Hello, good morning to you all. Children, now we will study about changing of direct to indirect, indirect to direct, that is in interrogative sentences. Yesterday we have seen the other ones. Today we will see about the interrogative sentences. There are two types of interrogative sentences. You know it very well. One is WH questions, yes or no type questions. WH questions, yes or no type questions. And WH questions, we know that starts with a WH, that is why, when, where, all that. Yes or no type questions means when you ask a question, it gives you the answer yes or no. So, how to change indirect to direct? First we will see about the WH questions. Let us see an example. Ram asked me what my name was. That is an indirect sentence. Ram, indirect speech it is, okay? Ram asked me what my name was. When we make it into direct speech, it becomes Ram said to me, comma, inverted commas, what is your name? Question mark, close quotation. Another example you see, he asked me why I had come late that day. He asked me why I had come late that day. Answer, he said to me, comma, why have you come late today? Now let us see the rules. First rule is find out the question word and separate it by a comma. Find out the question word. Which is the question word here? You tell me. Ram asked me what my name was. Here in the direct indirect speech, the question word here is what. This you have to separate with a comma. See, ask me. Here you separate it with a comma. Then, second rule is place the question word at the beginning of the direct speech. So, this is the direct speech. What is your name? So, after the comma, we start a direct speech with a quotation mark. So, soon after quotation mark, we have to keep this question word. That means, after separating the question word with a comma, you put an inverted comma on the top of that. Top of the question word. Okay? And the word should be in the capital letter. Because soon after the quotation mark, the word which comes first, its first letter should be in the capital letter. So what? Then auxiliary verb should come soon after the question word. What is the auxiliary verb? Here there is no auxiliary verb, but in the next sentence I will show you. So verb is there, let's you put the verb there. Okay, what is? Then what's the next one? Yeah, here you see the second one. He asked me why I had come late that day. Why is the question word? So separated me and why here. Put the quotation mark. Why comes in the beginning. Then why I had come late. Had come. Had is the auxiliary verb. So soon after the question word, have should come. Why have should come? You remember when we changed direct into indirect, present perfect. Have come is present perfect. It becomes past perfect. So this past perfect will become present perfect. You have learned the general rule yesterday. The past perfect will become present perfect. That's why you have come. So soon after the question word, auxiliary verb should come. Then put a question mark at the end. So what another thing, put a question mark at the end. Another thing you want to remember is that change this or statement into a question. To make a statement into a question, what you have to do? First comes the question word. If there is auxiliary verb, keep the auxiliary verb soon after that. Otherwise, you will keep the verb there. And if there is auxiliary verb, soon after that comes your subject. Here also, after the verb comes the subject. If there is an auxiliary verb, after the auxiliary verb comes the subject and then only comes the verb. Okay, then here it is that day becomes today. You remember last time we had today became last day for us. Now it is last day becomes today for us. So these are the other changes. Other changes means this you have to close the quotation. Then verb tense changes you have to see. First person, second person, third person changes you have to see that. I have given you yesterday those gender rules. All that gender rules you have to do. So once again let us see. First we have to select the question word. Here the question word is what. Or here it is why. After that separate it with a comma between me and why. Then put the question word in the beginning of the quotation mark. So quotation mark, put the question word, then capital letter, then comes the, if only verb is there means you write the verb, otherwise you give the auxiliary verb. After the verb, you have to give the subject and then the rest of the things. And if there is a auxiliary verb, so after the auxiliary verb, you give the subject, then comes the main verb. Okay? In between the auxiliary verb and the main verb, there should be the subject. Then close the quotation. Before that there should be a question mark. After the question mark only you will close the quotation. Okay, these are the rules which you have to observe. Now coming to the yes or no type questions. Yes or no type questions. Regarding the yes or no type questions, you see, the stranger asked the boy whether his parents were very rich. You remember the conjunction that we use for yes or no question is if or whether. If, whether. Any among these, between these, any of that you can choose. So here it again, the stranger asked the boy whether his parents were very rich. Now the answer is the stranger said. The stranger asked becomes the stranger said to the boy. Asked. After asked we don't use to. That's why asked the boy came here. But after said you can use to. The stranger said to the boy. Then what you have to do? Separate with a comma the question mark, the question word. Okay, the question word. Now. Then we have to remove the first thing we have to do is, second example is he wondered whether he would ever earn more money. He said he would becomes a he and would. He will, we say he will, but I shall, we shall. Okay, so he said, shall I ever earn more money? How the answer has come like this. Let us see. First thing is remove the conjunction if or whether. The stranger asked the boy whether his parents were very rich. We have to remove the whether. Here it is whether. So if or whether we have to remove first. Secondly, separate the rest of the sentence by a comma. It's just like we have done there. The boy, after boy, comma, then comes his, no, comma, then the auxiliary verb should be placed at the beginning of the direct speech. The auxiliary verb, which is the auxiliary verb? Here there is no auxiliary verb, there is verb only. So, where is the verb here? If there is no auxiliary verb, we have to use the verb. So here he wondered whether he would ever earn. He would ever earn. So would is the auxiliary verb here. Would is the auxiliary verb here. So the auxiliary verb will come first. You see, he said, instead of he wondered, we said he said, comma, then put inverted commas. So first we will start with the auxiliary verb. Would becomes a shall because he. Because I is the subject. I is the subject, so shall comes. Here he is the subject, that's why would. Would is because we have to use past tense. If it is present or future here, you have to use the past tense here, that's why would we have used it. So separate the rest of the sentence by a comma. The auxiliary verb should be placed at the beginning of the direct speech. See, here, are. Okay? Here it is a shall, auxiliary verb. Then put a question mark at the end. Then always remember, soon after the quotation mark, whatever the word maybe that is starting, the first letter should be in the capital. Then go to the rest and close the quotation. Clear? So which are the things? Remove the conjunction whether first. Then separate the rest of the sentence by a comma. That means after the conjunction what comes? His here. Here, he here. So this whether is gone. Then thirdly, auxiliary verb should be placed at the beginning of the direct speech. The verb or the auxiliary verb should come in the beginning of the sentence, at the beginning of the direct speech. That means soon after the inverted commas. Then put a question mark. Other changes as usual. That means you have to change the tenses. In the indirect speech, tenses becomes past tense, past perfect like that. But in direct speech, it will be present. Okay. So that change should come there. So this much is the thing about yes or no questions and WH questions. And some exercises are given to you. Have a look at here in page number 59. Examples are given there. You see WH questions. The boy asked his father how he would cross the river. How he would cross the river. So, answer is the boy said. Asked became said. So, which is the question word here? How. Okay. You can say like this also. The boy said to his father also. You can say other. You can address him also. Both are same. The boy said, comma, father, inverted. So next one you have to have the after addressing, the question word should come. That is how. And would becomes a shall because I is the subject in the second one. In the direct speech and in the indirect speech it was he. So this he becomes I. How shall I cross the river? Close the quotation, question mark, then close the quotation. Next one. Manohar inquired of Shibu why he had not attended the wedding of his brother. So inquired becomes said. So Manohar said to Shibu. Then the question word is why. So we separate it with a comma. Then start a quotation mark. Immediately after the comma you start a quotation mark. Then why. That is the question word. Then comes the he had not attended. Had not attended. Had not becomes a didn't. Okay, didn't. Remember, past tense becomes a past perfect in the indirect speech. So, when we change indirect into direct, we make the past perfect into past tense. So, he had attended is the past perfect. So we make it into past tense. It becomes a didn't. Why? After the auxiliary verb, you bring the subject, then the main verb. Why didn't you attend the wedding of his brother becomes a my brother. Okay. Next one. Dolly asked Bella how many rupees she had borrowed from her neighbor. So asked becomes said. Dolly said Bella. Question word is how many rupees? How many rupees is the question word? How many rupees? Then soon after that should come the had borrowed is the past perfect. So you have to make it into past tense. How many rupees did she becomes a you? Borrow from her neighbor becomes a your neighbor. Next one. Ravi asked Raju. Ravi asked Raju when he would visit his aunt who had been hospitalized. He would visit. He becomes a you. You will visit your aunt who had been becomes a has been hospitalized. Okay. Next one you see worksheet is there which you have to do. First one I will do for you. The policeman stopped Robert and asked where the robbers were hiding. So what we do? The policeman stopped Robert and said, and asked becomes a said, comma, which is the question word there, where. Then the auxiliary word where becomes a are. So where are the robbers hiding? Okay. So the rest you have to do. First you do yours, then only look at my answer and correct it. Second one is yes or no type questions. There also example is given in page number 60. Sherry asked Chitra if she was going to school then. So we make indirect speech by connecting the sentences with the if or whether. So we remove the if from there. So Sherry said, comma, then you are calling Chitra. Then it is said that first you have to start with the auxiliary verb. The auxiliary verb is are. Chitra, because you is the subject there. You, we cannot say you is, so we say you are. So Chitra, are you going to school now? The beggar asked me whether I would give him 10 rupees. Whether we have to remove, so after me there is a comma. Asked becomes said. Then I would give him 10 rupees. That means would you give me 10 rupees? Next one. I asked her if she liked to act in a drama. So the question word is she liked to act in a drama. Did that? The question word means not the question word. The auxiliary verb is do. She liked to act in a drama. Liked becomes do. So I said to her, do you? She becomes you. Like. After you don't use liked because it should come as a present tense. Do you like to act in a drama? So Selvin inquired Selvi whether she was going to choose science or humanities. We remove whether, put a comma after Selvi, start a quotation mark, then bring the auxiliary verb are. She was going, then are you. Because you is there, that's why are has come instead of was. Are you going to choose science or humanities? Now see to the next one, worksheet. Sherry asked her brother whether he would go to market and buy some fruit. So how do we say? Sherry said to her brother, then comma, remove whether, start the inverted. Soon after removing the comma, start with inverted commas. And he would becomes a will. He becomes you. Will you go to the market and buy some fruit? Question mark, close the quotation. So the rest you have to do. Okay. That means I have completed the lesson number 14 for you. So you have to remember to write all the answers in your grammar book. Okay, don't forget to do it. And remember children, last time when I have taken these 13 and 14 the lessons of the grammar, so that I will be able to explain to you the open windows exercises. That is the grammar in page number 100 of the main course book. The open window. For that, there is grammar is given. To do that, you need you should learn the reported speech, direct speech and the indirect speech, reported speech and the reporting speech. So that's why I have taken that lesson. Now you will be able to do these exercises in page number 100. First one I'll do for you, the rest you have to do. Here, Manju said, I have been playing cricket since I was a child. You have to change it into indirect speech. It is given in direct speech. You have to change it into indirect speech. So, Manju said. Now, you see, I have been playing cricket since I was a child is a statement, isn't it? So, for the statement, what you do, you have to use the conjunction that, isn't it? So, let us see. Manju said. After said, we will say that. Manju said that. Then you have to remove the quotation marks. You will remove the quotation mark. I becomes first person becomes a third person. So, I becomes a she. Because Manju is a girl, this is she. Have been playing. Present continuous tense. It becomes a past continuous tense. She had been playing cricket since she was a child. Okay. Second one is see. I am going to Mumbai to meet my friend Vinita, she said. So how do you say? She said that, or she said to Vinita that, okay, she said to Vinita that I am going becomes a, she was going to Mumbai to meet, my friend becomes a her friend. Okay, that is the way you have to change. So you have to change it. Then again you have in page number 101. Rewrite these sentences in reported speech. Again, direct speech is given. You have to write into indirect speech. These are questions. How the questions are to be changed. You have learned how to change the statement, how to change the question also. You have learned also how to change the exclamatory sentences which are in question, all that. Now let us see. Kiran asked, what time is it? Answer is, Kiran asked. So, remove the comma and the inverted commas and bring the question word first, isn't it? After asked, bring the question word. What time it was? It is becomes a it was. The policeman asked, why are you not wearing a helmet? So, how do you say? The policeman enquired. This is an enquiry. The policeman enquired. Then the question word, why? You becomes a I. You have, here R is present, you have to make it past. I is singular, so we make it was. I wasn't wearing a helmet. Second one. Third one. Do you know the way to Arnab's house? Asked Paroma. Paroma asked me, bring the E for whether, isn't it? If I know becomes a new. If I knew the way to Arnab's house. Okay? The same way you complete it. So look at the how to change direct into indirect, then you will get. Now come to the vocabulary, children. In the vocabulary, you have compound words. 3 different types of compound words. A compound word means what? A compound word is formed when 2 or more words come together, but it gives you a different meaning. Not the meaning of the words, separate words which are there, but when you bring it into a compound sentence, compound word, the real meaning is changed. So, but there are 3 types of compound words. They are closed compound word, they are closed compound word, hyphenated compound word, then open compound word. What do you mean by closed compound word? It means both the words are brought together. No commas, no hyphen, nothing is there, but they are brought together and into one word. Example, you see waterproof. Water is a separate word, proof is a separate word. But when you bring it into a compound word, it becomes waterproof and the meaning is quite different. Okay? So it is like, this is called a closed compound word because in between there is no gap. Both the words brought together and made a word. Next one is hyphenated compound word. Hyphenated compound word means in between both the words there will be a hyphen. Example, snip, shooting. Snip, hyphen, shooting. That is the hyphenated compound word. Then you have open compound word. Open compound word means no hyphen is there. Words are differently written, separately written, not together like the waterproof. See, drawing, room. Drawing is different, room is different, but we use it as a one word. We use it as a one word in the sense of with one meaning. Drawing room is the name of the room, drawing room. So which are the compound words? Closed compound word where more than one word, that is two or more than one words are brought together into one word. Hyphenated compound word is in between both the words there will be a hyphen. Then open compound word means no hyphen or anything, they are written separately but one meaning for both. Okay, this is what you have to learn. And then you have to take the next page. Next page, page number 102. There match the words in the tables to form words. Okay, say that you try to write, find out. For example, it is given ready and made, ready made. Then washing machine. Like that you have to form it. Now read these meanings and write the correct compound words. Clothes you can buy and wear from shops. What is that? Ready-made clothes. When your clothes are dirty, you wash them here. Where do you wash? Washing machine. Not well planned or thought through. That means half-baked. So these are the compound words. This you have to fill in up. Okay? This is the thing you have to do. So time being, bye.